March and March, having had a media briefing that was reviewing their marches and campaigns leading up to the 30th of June, as well as, the protests that took place around the country and further programs. Let's go to SABC News reporter Jade Paulse, who joins us now. Jade, good evening to you. So the campaign, it seems, and it's becoming clearer and clearer, comes in phases, and different phases have different elements to it. My big takeout from this evening is that the infrastructure and machinery of March and March is now getting in place, including the big announcements around certain organizational elements that have been introduced this evening.
Well, a very good evening to you, Tulasi's, and to the viewers back at home. And yes, the leader of March and March, Jacinta Ngobese-Zuma, says that they will continue with their work on the ground, also saying that the June 30th demonstrations were in fact peaceful. There weren't any disruptions with regards to the burning of and looting of several shops. We did pose questions to her where we did say that there had been incidents, sporadic incidents here and there, but she says that on the overall, there was not much that was being done or that was done and likened to what people thought would have been the July unrest of 2021. Also speaking about the newly formed foundation that she is starting to plow back into the community. But to join us right now, I have in fact with me Jacinta Ngobese-Zuma, who's going to speak more about that. Thank you so much for joining us. I know that it was pretty lengthy press briefing where you spoke in-depthly about post-June 30, but just to speak about this new SA First Foundation.
Thank you so much, Chair. I think after the 30th of June, we realized, people are thinking this is the end when it's only the beginning. I mean, having a massive protest is not the only way to do, like they say, there are many ways to skim a cat. So it was just one of the ways that we wanted to showcase our dissatisfaction. But as you can see, on Thursdays, we're still very much on the ground. It's more community-based, much smaller marches, pickets, and operations that are being done, but without fail, they're out there. But also when you talk about SA First Forum, it's something that we had a vision of even from inception. We knew that as March and March, we want to do more for the community than just be their voice and, not be able to do anything after that. Once you've voiced something out, then what? So SA First Forum is our opportunity as Black South Africans especially to be able to go out there and fight and take the government head on when it comes to matters that need to be litigated for ordinary South Africans who cannot afford to. Sometimes we need prosecutors on the ground who are not South African, who are not part of the government's normal structures of prosecution, etc., etc. So this forum is really established to make sure that South Africans feel first in their own country, as well as the foundation, which is something that we feel is really, really important. If we're able to build schools in our names, if we're able to do all of these things, and it's not just a foundation where people are using it as an opportunity to have money and then spend it. We want to see visible change in our communities. If it means we have those spala shops and they're under the foundation and we assist people in running them, we want to be there and do that. And that's what the opportunity is all about.
And before I let you go, I know that you spoke emphatically about the movement becoming stronger. You have more support structures, but there's also been a fallout, and we can't shy away from the cutting of ties, if one can say it, so to speak, with Ngizwe.
Look, I think it's been clear that Ngizwe is not part of March and March. He was there, obviously, to show support, which we appreciate and still appreciate very much. But unfortunately, now it's the second phase of things where we're serious about business, and it's no longer about content. The content creation phase is really over. So we understand, as someone who's out there as an entertainer and is always out there in podcast, they've got a new reality show. Maybe most of it that's the focus. But for us, we've got serious business to take care of. We deal with people's lives here. People are dying, and they're not dying in vain for it to just be content creation. So we need to safeguard the movement from any problems, any infiltration, any risk to life. And if it means that we have to take strong decisions, then decisions have to be taken. But we do appreciate the role that he's played in the movement, and we wish him all the best in everything that he does in the entertainment business.
Did he move away from the organization, or did you cut ties?
Look, I think we made it clear that we've cut ties because, like I said, the movement has always been there, even before people joined, and it's going to be there even after people leave, because we're a movement that's even bigger than myself. It's not about Jacinta, it's about the people of South Africa, and they deserve people to represent them. They deserve people to voice out their concerns, and it's not, like I said, an opportunity to grow followers or numbers or anything like that. It's real people's lives, real people's problems, and we're here to solve that.
Thank you very much, Jacinta. And Jacinta Ngobese-Zuma, leader of March and March there to us, just touching on some of the issues post June the 30th demonstrations. They're saying that they are still on the ground to us. They are still working in various communities across the country. They are traveling a lot, but also starting this new foundation, SA First, putting South Africans first, she says, and also looking at some of the challenges that black South Africans have in the country. I think I'll leave it there and hand back to you in studio.
Jade, thank you for that reporting. Jade Paulse there live for us from Durban, wrapping up what came out from the March and March media briefing this evening.